Alright, and we are live. What's going on, everybody? Happy Mother's Day for all of those involved. Just gonna do a little streaming, play some Spyro, and talk about what might be one of my spicier takes, I guess. And let me just go ahead and get the game started here before we get too far into this. Day's been a good day for me. I hope everything's been good for everyone else. You know, got to spend some time with my mom. Went to church, all that fun stuff, or at least visited church online. They provided that service, so we could also spend some time and enjoy the nice weather too. So, all good here. So, alright, yeah, so I thought it was kind of interesting that I'm going to be talking about this on Mother's Day, but yeah, I feel Skyler White from Breaking Bad gets more hate than what she deserves. And I've made mention of this before. I got into kind of a small little debate with somebody who basically was like, "Oh, you're an idiot," and I'm like, "Well, I've watched the show several times. The first time, yes, I flat out hated Skyler, much like everybody else. But then the next couple times I watched it, I'm like, where was the shift? Like, when did I become indifferent to her to just flat out hating her? And nothing was kicking in for me. So I was like, okay, let's just look at what she's doing. And I'm like, no, that makes sense to me. And I could not understand it, and I think the only reason I disliked her to begin with was that she became kind of a foil to Walt. And so, I mean, I'm not going to say I spent a shit ton of time on this, but I did look around, like I spoke with my wife and talked to her about some of the things that we just in our viewings kind of disliked from what she did, and then just kind of compared it with some of the things I found in a quick browsing online. Like I said, I'm not gonna say that I spent all the time in the world doing this. I just don't have that kind of time to put that kind of research into this. But I at least want to give my perspectives on things as a counter to what I found most people seem to have some issues with. So the first one, she kicked Walt out, and I'm like, well, that was kind of a no-brainer. He's creating meth, he's selling it. That's not an environment that she's going to want for the family, no matter Walt's intentions. I really just got hit with an arrow. Good job. I cannot at all fault her for, like, nah. I don't need that kind of stuff in my life. And and then she, of course, then proceeds with the divorce and all that. Again, he's not doing good for the family. She wants to distance herself from all of that. So I don't at all fault her for any of that. So then next is the IFT, the I fuck Ted moment. And again, so this one, I guess, can somewhat be my wife and I's most tested one a little bit. I think she's kind of come a little bit more to my way of thinking on this one. It's not cheating. She really tried to like go through all the divorce proceedings and stuff like that. Tried to get him gone. But Walt refused. So what is she supposed to do in this scenario? She got caught knowing, like, Walt figured out that she is not going to turn him in. And, you know, there was some level of attraction between her and Ted. And yeah, maybe she pushed it a little overboard when she kind of just flaunted that at Walt, but she was just trying to get him gone too. So, I'm not going to say she's 100% in the clear on that one, but her deciding to sleep with Ted, I think that she's okay to do that, being that, yeah, she is married, but she was trying to get him gone. Your spouse didn't want to sign the divorce papers and has decided he's just going to be like, no, you're gonna be with me no matter what. So yeah, again, I don't fault Skyler for that one. Get up here. See what our dragon friend's got to say.
Fairies are always on your side, Spyro.
All right. Well, so yeah, and I think that that's the one where most people were like, "Oh, fuck Skyler," you know. But yeah, I really don't think she was in too much of the wrong there. And then sticking with Ted, you know, she gave Ted the money to kind of bail himself out. And that played a role because, you know, Walt suddenly needed that money because shit got really hot for him in his world, and he was like ready to bail. And when she gave out that money, they no longer had it, and Walt was like, well, we're fucked. But, you know, Skyler did not know that situation. But unfortunately, the thing with Ted could also implement her because the IRS was going to be going after Ted. And so it was a little bit of a fuck up, but it was like it was being put in a bad spot. You know, she didn't know that all that money was going to be needed at that moment. She figured, I'm assuming she's in the thought process of, okay, well, Walt's just making more money, no big deal. You know, we gotta, not no big deal, but we gotta bail ourselves out of this situation because we don't need the IRS looking into me any further. So let's see what this dragon's got to say. I can't even say that name.
Thank you for releasing me.
Baruti? I'm gonna go with Baruti. That's his name. I have deemed it so. And I am the greatest with names. And then the last one that I'm going to talk about right now is she seems to kind of have forced Walt to buy that car wash. And, you know, Walt needed to have, he was a bit reckless. And I think even he understood that laundering money would be a good idea. And then there was a lot of pushback from Skyler, especially towards Saul, because Saul wanted to push, I think it was like a arcade, and Skyler's like, why the fuck would Walt be interested in an arcade? Like, logically thinking about this, like, the car wash would make the most sense. It is a money business, what we're needing. Walt has ties to it. And it would mean it makes a lot more sense that Walt would be a lot more familiar with the business and therefore would want to buy it at all. So I don't think that one's a problem at all. I don't know why anybody would have too much of a problem with that. From what I understood, some people feel that it is, and this could be just anecdotal, but some people seem to think that she like twisted his arm about that one, and I'm like, no. I think the IRS thing kind of scared her and made her reevaluate how they're conducting things. And so laundering money seemed like the best, most logical way to do things. And so honestly, that's all I have written down. As far as some of the arguments that I've heard people say as to why they hate Skyler White, and what I believe is the reasoning behind some of like why she did what she did. Now, I'm not trying to sit over here and simp for her or anything like that. I just think that you can dislike her, that's fine, but I think she gets way more hate than she deserves. I think she is 100% overhated. And I just want to kind of shed some, some of my thoughts on that one. Like I said, the additional times that I watched the show after the first one, I'm like, I think Walt's more despicable than Skyler for some of the shit that he's done, and had less justification for it. But we're cool with the actions of Walt, but man, fuck Skyler, huh? I 100% disagree with the all the hate that she gets. I'm missing some coins. I know where to find those. So if you could think of anything, definitely let me know on that one. Why she deserves all the hate that she gets. I am very curious to hear any arguments on this one. Again, the person I was trying to talk to on YouTube that just did not give me any real good arguments. And, I was just wanting to know what it was. Like, what am I missing? So, I don't care if people hate her. I just think she gets overhated. I did see, or I was talking with somebody at one point who compared her to Joffrey Baratheon. I'm like, no, I'm sorry, you're and it wasn't like they were joking kind of thing, like they were dead fucking serious. I'm like, no, dude, you're taking that too far. You think that is Joffrey Baratheon levels? No. I think I got them all. So, Alright. That's enough on Skyler White there. I can get my head from my ass here. Alright, let's see. Our key, let's talk to our dragon.
Ah, Spyro, thanks. Supercharge will get you to new places here in Lofty Castle, too. See where it takes you.
Should be getting pretty close. Oh yeah. Might as well try and grab, there we go. Try and grab an extra life while I'm at it. Who knows when I'll do something stupid like just, you know, fall off the edge for no reason. Okay, so movie-wise, yeah, no TV shows, so it's all just movies here. You know, just continuing on my Jurassic Park arc here. So I've watched the third one, and then Jurassic World. And I gotta say, I definitely prefer World to 3. 3 just... I don't really know what to say about it. It just... We had no real business being there. The idea that responsible parents would allow anybody to take their child to a dinosaur-infested, like, island, or, you know, the waters nearby. Especially with some random guy. So, the couple was divorced for about a year, so... The mom couldn't have known this dude for very long, right? But yeah, let's... Go ahead and take my child to some, you know, dinosaur island. That'll be cool. Yeah. And not be around them. So that's just irresponsible as fuck. But I'm like, man, that is... That's a real reach for like a plot of a movie. I had a hard time buying that would ever happen. You know, and I guess that's a bit on the subjective side, but still, like, I need to be able to buy that the premise is going to happen at all. And yeah, that one's that's a tough pill to swallow there. That's just to get us started. And then Grant says no force on Earth or Heaven is going to get me on that island. I guess he never considered money to be a thing that would get him on that island. And I'm just like, okay. That'd have been one hell of a sum of money, too. And one of those too good to be true kind of moments. Everything just kind of felt super duper forced. Some of the stuff was just really fucking dumb. Take for example when they fucking that was stupid. They're on the island. They've already encountered dinosaurs, and they've seen what they're dealing with. And then they decide... they decide, you know, okay, we're gonna go exploring, looking for Eric. They come across a vending machine, and the dude's like looking for like change. I'm like, really, dude? You think that shit's operational? That's really fucking retarded. And not only that, but then they're all like staring at the telephone, like, oh yeah, totally a thing that's going to a thing that's definitely going to operate. They all stare at it, all dramatic like, until finally somebody's like, oh, I guess I ought to try it. Or as she put it, what the hell? Like, yeah, I don't disagree that maybe you ought to check it out, but a bit too dramatic there, for my taste. Oh, and then the Raptor voice box thing fucking just irks me to no end. Especially like the dad goes, you know, no, call for help. I'm like, yeah, I get that they heard the Raptor do that, but you have no fucking clue what you're doing. You're just kind of blowing into this, and I guess it worked. Again, hard time believing that one. Like, it worked enough for them to go, I guess we won't kill you for stealing the eggs. It's like, okay. That's, wow. I guess if they don't have book material to work with, man, they are fucking doomed. Cheap shot me, you little fuck. So yeah, that's just a taste of some of the gripes I've had with Jurassic Park 3. And then Jurassic World. I'll never forget, like, when I first saw that. I genuinely thought that was going to be... hold on, let's see what this dragon's got to say. Costco.
Hey, Spyro. All dragons know there's magic in a fairy's kiss. See what it can do to your power of flame.
Yeah, I felt that this was... thanks. Get my dick kicked in. But yeah, every time I've rewatched it, I'm just like, oh, this is not holding up nearly as well. And I gotta say, for enjoyment, and also it's somewhere between. It's either after Lost World, maybe before it. It's definitely ahead of 3. But I mean, it definitely has no shortage of problems with it. First and foremost, Claire could have prevented all of that from happening. She had a phone. She'd been talking to Lowry the whole goddamn movie. At one point, could she just have gone, hey Lowry, the Indominus, just tell me where he's at. Oh, yeah, he's in the cage. Must be camouflaged or some shit, you know. you know, try to just figure it out from there instead of. I still don't know why the guys decided to go out there. Because let's say that the Indominus escaped, right? Why would you go in the cage if he could just come back in? It's got problems, but I gotta say, if you're asking me, would I rather watch Jurassic World or Lost World or Jurassic Park 3? It's kind of a toss-up there between Lost World and Jurassic World. Spyro needs to have lines like Bruce Campbell in the Army of Darkness. Gets a kiss from the fairy and is like, give me some sugar, baby. I don't know. Random thought. Okay, let's go see what this dragon's got to say.
Hold your horns. Here comes Spyro.
Patience, little one. You'll soon have the opportunity to battle the one who matters most. Nasty Nork.
Alright, I can't remember what's over here. All this stuff. I'll need it for this. I don't know, with how I'm playing, I probably shouldn't just willy-nilly flame those. And then, yeah, the last movie, actually watched a fairly good movie, was The Substance. That movie went fucking bonkers at the end, but I enjoyed the fuck out of it. And speaking of Evil Dead, that ending certainly reminded me of Evil Dead 2. But that movie reminded me of so many different movies. What was it? The Thing. That was an easy one. Evil Dead 2, as I just mentioned. And also a little bit of Requiem for a Dream. Just really one scene in particular. So we're dealing with like injections in this. I don't want to spoil too much just because it's a newer movie. Oh shit, there we go. Guess I can get a little smooch here. Alright. But yeah, I very, very much enjoyed that movie. And not just because of, you know, not for simply just all the nudity or something. I mean, that certainly helps. But what I was telling my wife while we were watching it, I'm like, I'm really liking that we're not having our hands held and they're not telling us every single thing. Like, you can just watch the movie and you can understand. One of the things I really enjoyed was they were using music to kind of help illustrate the mood that certain characters would be feeling at the time. And I thought that was really interesting. And then some of the visuals And the camera work was just fucking nuts. My wife, she was disgusted by like the first time you ever meet the boss, who was fucking hilarious. Like I was cracking up every time I saw this man. It was Dennis Quaid. It was the actor portraying the boss here. Fucking hell. Alright, I can do this. I can do this. Or I can run into a wall. Holy shit, something's wrong with me here. It's way too early to be having these kind of struggle sessions. Okay, well. I can do it. I can do it. And I just fucked up. Okay. Almost there. Tenth time's the charm. Hey! Or not. Oh, shit. Yeah. Yeah, that's about what I expected. Hey, I mean, in my defense, I've never claimed to be a pro gamer. I promise, the first time I played this, it did not take me this long. I think it was like my second or third try. Yeah. Not a single one. Alright, here we go. Capando.
You've become a master of the supercharge. Great work.
I wouldn't say I was a master of it. As clearly shown. Alright, here we go. Oh my goodness. This is... Fuck me. Alright. Let's try that again. Alright, are they all sleeping? Okay. Oh, fuck. I've been playing too much Ripto's Rage. I thought I could do the hover. Nope. fuck are you? Alright, what did I miss? But yeah, I very much enjoyed The Substance. That's one of the better movies I've seen here recently. It's things like that that doesn't let me completely give up on modern movies, but what am I missing? Got some backtracking to do, apparently. I want to make sure before I drop down that I'm not forgetting anything over here. Hey, there's that. Hey, there we go. Okay. Man, that would have sucked ass. So yeah, that was one that I'm definitely glad that I got to watch. Probably watch it at some point as well. Oh, like in the not too distant future. Definitely great with the body horror. I felt, as far as the rules that are established within the movie, I don't feel that they were ever deviated by the movie. Like the movie doesn't break them. I felt everything went pretty good there. Alright. Remember there was like 1 or 2 levels that kind of hid themselves from me. Found that kind of annoying. I think one was raid. No? Well, shit. Dark Passage. Away we go. And so I was also discussing with my wife after the movie was said and done. I said, you know, they could explore a sequel. And I couldn't believe I was talking about a sequel. I'm like, oh, I'm so sick and tired of sequels and prequels. But I'm like, there is some potential of telling a new story in a sequel while holding to what we already knew. And so Demi Moore's character in this first one was single. I'm kind of curious if they would do anything with, like, you know, a couple, and how that would how that might affect you know, a couple going through that, whether it's a solo person within this relationship, or if they both decided to do, you know, to take the substance together, and how that might play out. I'm like, huh, that could be some interesting stuff there. So I wouldn't be completely opposed to the substance, as long as we're not just retelling the very same thing that we just got. But unfortunately, if they did a sequel, it's likely what it would end up being. It's just the same thing we already had.
The enemies here can be quite frightening, but you should watch the fools.
I'd rather flame the fools.
Now you're thinking.
Because, yeah, most sequels are the exact same thing because, well, that was successful and we want to play it safe. And I'm like, yep, that bores me to tears. Just for the fuck of it, I'm going to flame you too. I keep forgetting or feeling like I'm leaving something behind.
Thank you for releasing me.
Oh. Just for the shits and giggles. Alright, I guess I'll just go home now. Akari.
You know, I think you just might be the dragon to defeat Nasty Nook.
That's me, all right.
There we go. Uh-huh. Look at all these. Yeah, so going back to the Jurassic Park films, those were like the movies that I actually enjoy and watch on a regular. I'm about to get into the shit that really pisses me off. Fallen Kingdom. I remember feeling alright about that one when I first left the theater, because again, like, I will watch dinosaur movies and just be happy with that. Like, there's just something about it that just makes lizard brain happy, and so I'll just watch it and enjoy. Oh. Thanks. But that gets tested in Fallen Kingdom real quick. Again, I liked it when I first watched it in the theater. Or, you know, I was just like, oh, okay, you know, that's fine. Not exactly breaking new ground here, but I still found enjoyment, but then, like, I watched it one or two other times, and I'm like, oh, this sucks. Oh, you dick. Just for shits and giggles. But yeah, and then Dominion, I only watched in the theater the one time, and it pissed me off to no end. So that might be a nice little fun tangent for me to go on for quite a while. Because, fuck, I could feel myself just getting, like, kind of frustrated and pissed off about that one. Like, that one just... I'm watching it in the theater. I was about ready to walk out. I've never done that before in a theater. Here, let's just see what this one's got to say.
Thanks, Spyro. I'd love to help you catch Nasty, but I'd really hate to be trapped in Crystal again.
Don't worry. The only one that's gonna be trapped is him.
You prick. See that go. But yeah, I'm sitting there just getting more and more agitated as I'm watching this, and I'm just like, somebody decided that this was a good enough screenplay to adapt to a movie. Then they filmed it, and everybody still felt good about this. And then they edited it, and everybody still felt good about this, and then released it. I'm like, fuck this movie. Alright, let's see what he's got to say. Oh, bias.
Thank you for releasing me.
Oh, shit. Really? Well, try and backtrack over there. Alright. See what we got up here. What the fuck was glistening? Just for shits and giggles. Okay, whatever. Guess I'll just go home now. Alright. Un momento. Okay. Alright, let's see what we got. Okay, looks like I am ready to go on. Take on the boss man. Fuck you. Jacques Le Pédeux. I think I'll beat him. I don't know. We'll see what happens after this. Okay. 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 I will blame camera on that one. Oh, that's right. I think I needed Nope, wasn't that, okay. Well, we're gonna try this. This is probably gonna end poorly. Yeah, I made it. Good for me. I think I remember. Look at me. Look at me remembering. Let's go open him up.
Thank you for releasing me, Spyro. Take care.
All right. But why? Don't worry, I'll come get your dumbass too. wonder if I can knock you down. Alright. Let's not do that. Okay, okay. Okay. Got distracted by the shiny object. We're gonna do it. Okay, moving on. Oh, yes. It's gonna fucking suck. Here we go. Whew. Hey, got it. Had to resist temptation to hover. There is no hover. Oh, yeah, stupid. Boom. Now I can like successfully get out of the beginning part of this. Eat a dick. Ooh. Shouldn't have talked shit. See? So I don't do it.
Any advice before this battle?
Advice? A wise dragon once told me aim high in life, but watch out for flying boxes.
Huh?
Dickhead. Oh, you fucking dick. That was just dumb. Get it. Eat a dick. Alright. There we go. Alright, on to the home world. Yeah, I can do a little bit more.
Well done, Spyro. Nasty's world is... Are you ready to go?
Pretty much ready to be done with this one, and I'm gonna move on to Ripto's Rage once that happens. Alright, let's see what he's got. Delbin.
Hey, didn't I already free you?
You're in Nasty's world now, Spyro. And you are the dragon that must defeat him.
Bring him on. I'm ready.
Reach the exit in each of Nasty's lands. Then you can challenge the Nork himself.
Right, knock out this one and probably be done for the evening. I think one of the movies I plan on checking out though is going to be the Everything Everywhere All at Once. Been on my radar for quite some time. I figure, why the hell not? Yeah, look at you. I just feel like I'm forgetting something. Could have something with the countless backtracking I've had to do. Oh, ain't that just some shit? Alright, everything looks good now. Let's work our way up now. And make you look like an asshole. There we go. Might as well. Latif.
Keep up the good work, Spyro. I expect Nasty's really starting to worry about you.
I'd be shaking in my Nork boots if I were him.
So convenient for them to just sit there. Good thing I didn't have to aim that one too much. Alright, see what you got. Thomas.
Wow, I never thought I'd be rescued, especially by
Oh,
such
sorry,
a little
Tomas.
dragon. What I mean is, I always believed in you, Spyro.
You gotta
No, you don't.
believe.
Fuck you, you're Thomas. Lame. Very satisfying. Long hallway just for a key. Oh, wrong one. Stupid. Yep. Oh. Okay. I'm fucking tired. I need to go to bed. That's how we end on a high note. Oh, I guess I'll grab that. So I don't know. Maybe I'll do a stream tomorrow just to kind of finish this out. I don't know. We will see. But let me go ahead and just pause that. But yeah, I don't know if you guys think of anything really egregious that Skyler did that makes her so fucking hated, outside of the things that I already talked about. And I felt it explained it a little bit at least. I plan, of course, to rewatch it again at some point in time, but those were the worst ones that I could think of that made her so just unbearable for a lot of people. But I think that she acted within character and reasonable above all else. But if you guys come up with anything, just let me know, and I'll see if I can address that in any way, shape, or form. But yeah, I probably will, since I'm on Nasty's World, I probably will just kind of do another stream tomorrow just trying to clear this out so we can go on to Ripto's Rage. So, but that is all I have for today, guys. So until next time, take care and God bless.